Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa 365 Story Behind the Story. Now, lots of people see elections, voting, leaders, leadership, parties. You know, everybody sees elections. They discuss. Probably in Goa, they would be discussing in over a cup that cheers or in the balcony. Now, here what we are discussing is something that goes on behind the curtain and little more than what probably a general layperson would know, because this is exactly what the way the politicians and journalists interpret and analyze this. So I would like to start off the discussion where it had stopped with advocate Siddharth. Siddharth, we were talking about laws, and then I will come to Mohan and the others. But first, we are talking about laws. Now, I feel in India we have among the toughest laws in probably the whole world. Yeah, but Indians are known for jugaad. They find ways to circumvent the law. It's not only in politics, you name it in everything. Yes. So you think laws are going to be, or ultimately election is like running a company, or is elections is professionalism, which is something that the BJP has figured out. Some of the other younger parties like AAP have figured out, or TMC, it has hired IPAC in Calcutta, it has figured out, but some of the older parties have not figured it out. You think something like that professionalism is missing in large chunks of the opposition? And first, starting off with the law part which you were talking about.
As far as, before discussing the law part, because we are discussing it vis-a-vis the defection.
Correct.
एका मनशान पार्टी ह्या पार्टीतल्यान त्या पार्टीन वचप कारण as a matter of fundamental or as a matter of principle, I think a person should have a choice to quit from one party and join another party. Now, what should be terms? I will come. As a philosophy, yes, because there has been an instant. I may subscribe to one view on anything, not just political party, on anything. For example, on Kashmir issue, Article 370, I may have a particular view. I may change it for whatever reason. Now, whether there should be a uniform civil code, I may have a particular issue, but I may change it thereafter. So, as a matter of philosophy, it is not uncommon or it is not wrong for a person to change one party to another party. Now, this has been happening right from beginning. Ramayanaचे example घे. रावणाचा भाव पार्टी चेंज करून वचो ना गेलो. महाभारताचे example घे. Many people from Kaurava side fought ultimately from Pandava side.
Yes.
चाणक्याच्या टायमार example घे. धनानंदाचो prime minister by name Amatya Rakshak, he changed his party and came and joined Chanakya's side. त्याच्या उपरांत घे लास्ट सफराचे जीसस क्रायस्टाचे एक्झाम्पल कर. वॉज देर नॉट अ पर्सन हू चेंज हिज पार्टी अँड वेंट अँड जॉइंड अदर? शिवाजीच्या टायमार घे, मुघल्स टाइम, देर वर देर नॉट पीपल हू आर फ्रॉम शिवाजी's time, Shivaji's clan who went and supported?
So therefore, about Shivaji, when Shivaji was captured, he was the one who in charge of Shivaji's imprisonment.
Correct. That is exactly what I am saying.
Correct.
Even now, Portuguese rules well. Ultimately, which were the people who changed the party, who invited? So many examples can be there where now. What should be the consideration? Have you really got realization and understood that it is wrong, and as a matter of philosophy you have changed the party, or for your personal gains you have gone? That's where the crux lies. So therefore that is where it will separate you. To quote, therefore when Vibhishan joined, nobody criticized him. Vibhishan did not join because he wanted to become a king, or he joined because Ram was right. So हांगासर तुमचं कॅरेक्टर हे जातले. So therefore as a matter, now आता कशा तरेन तुवें वचचें, तुका वचपाक जायना. जस्ट आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल हांजेने एक्झाम्पल दिले, प्रताप सिंग राणे ऑल्सो चेंज हिज पार्टी, बट ही डीड नॉट लिव्ह हाफ वे और मिनिस्ट्री दिता म्हणून वचून तो. ही कंप्लीटेड हिज टर्म अँड देर आफ्टर ही सेज नो, आय हॅव आयडियोलॉजिकल डिफरन्सेस विथ यू, आय विल जॉईन हँड विथ काँग्रेस. अँड डमके की चोट पे म्हणटा पळय तसो सगळ्यांच्या फुड्यान सगळ्यांक डिक्लेअर करून तो उबो रावलो आणि निवडून आयलो. दॅट इज वॉट इज कॉल्ड एज फिलॉसॉफिकल चेंज और चेंज ऑफ हार्ट. हे जे स्वतःच्या फायद्या खातीर वता, मिनिस्ट्री मेळटली आनी कितें म्हटली तांच्या खातीर ह्या लॉची चेंज इन लॉ हाची गरज आसा. एज आय सेड इनिशियली, इवन अ सिंगल पर्सन कॅन गो. हे करप्शन इतले वाढले, त्याच्या खातीर तर राजीव गांधीन लॉ हाडलो आणि ते स्प्लिट हाडली पळय तेंच्यांनी 1/3 करून. ती आता 2/3 ह्याच्या पर्यंत आयल्या. And even two-third also it is not working because people are going. So therefore time has come. That is my opinion. Of course, आता एक व्यापक चर्चेची गरज असा. But a time has come where we should come up with a constitutional amendment to say that if you want to change, you resign from the primary membership of the party. Forget about MLA or MPship. That has to go. But if you want to go, you have to resign from primary membership of the party. And just as anybody goes, just as Bibhishana went, just as Pratap Singh Rane went, you go too.
म्हणजे त्यांना राजीव गांधीक ओपोज केलो या बिला बद्दल ते तांच्यांनी चूक केली अशें म्हणपाचें आहा तुमकां.
Do you agree with this? Do you agree with this?
तांणी प्रायमरी मेंबरशीप रिजायन
and MLA everything.
MLA, MPship, everything. And then you go.
What do you think? You agree?
I agree with that. Just one thing.
पण त्यांना ऑपोजिशन कित्याक केलें राजीव गांधीन सॅक केलो तो बरोबर केलो.
See, this is like asking me, why did so many people voted for merger? I mean, at that time
we remained separate, but very small.
By very small margin. So there was sizable number of people. If there was more campaigning, perhaps we would have joined. So now what is the purpose of going to all these people and asking why?
एक्झाम्पल दिलाय पळय दोतोरान ते एक ताचे बेस सांगता की आउट ऑफ वे वचना न्ही
ना go ahead.
इतलेच गाडी त्या बिबरनान त्यांनी बदल घडोवपाक हाडलो आनी रामान ताका मदत केली आनी ताकाच थंय बसयलो. आपणून बसूंक ना तो.
Exact. That's the
आपणून
point.
बसल्या.
That's what I said.
थंयच्यान आतां म्हणूंक आमकां बदल दिसता म्हणून.
Exactly. More of it is a personal perception. How you see what you do. तुम्ही दिसता.
100% agree जाता. फक्त व्हेरिएबल कितें आसा हितून 2/3 is a stringent law.
Yes. Supposed to be, but
supposed to be stringent कित्याक the law has been designed according to larger states. गोंयान 2/3 म्हटले कितले?
But then Goa,
that is the variable.
There are so many states which are small. Like all northeast states are small. So many states are small, and now the government and makes good sense also. Is going for smaller states because they're easy to govern.
Correct.
I think Telangana, Andhra, all and Bihar, UP, lots of so. Then this is useless.
Lok Sabha elections, these are the larger states makes the more impact. Larger state त्यांका Lok Sabha electionांक जाय आणि design of laws are basically happening considering larger states. थंयसर गोवा असले स्टेटान जास्त त्याचा इफेक्ट जायना.
बरोबर दोनच स्टेट म्हणा.
पण दोतर सांगता ते सोल्युशन अमेंड करत नाही. दॅट विल वर्क इन एव्हरी स्टेट.
येस
ते राईट सोल्युशन आणि काळानुरूप जातले तो अमेंडमेंट अशें दिसता.
Ultimately it will become.
You resign as the primary membership of the concerned party, whoever it may be, from the as MLA आणि चला लोकां मुखार चला आणि इलेक्ट जावन परत या.
एक्झॅक्टली
दॅट इज द राईट सोल्युशन आणि ते फुडें जातले अशें दिसता. कित्याक आफ्टर ऑल दीस इज लोकशाही. लोकशाहीने घडटा कित्याक जे लोकांक जाय ते लोकशाहीन घडचे पडटा.
अशें जावपाक
जाय.
एवरी टाइम लॉ हॅज अपग्रेडेड. 1/3 आसले 2/3 जाले. फुडें जे कायद्यान बसता आनी जे लोकशाहीक बरें तो लॉ येवचो आनी पीपल वील फॉलो दॅट लॉ.
But what do you feel? You feel this has got some logic?
सद्याक तो टाइम येवना ते बेनिफिशियरी.
कंप्लीट लॉजिक दोतोर कितें म्हणटा आय अग्री विथ इट बिकॉज ऑल पार्टी डेलिगेशन सगळ्या पार्टींनी बसोन एक सहमतीन हो प्रस्ताव मांडचो आनी तो कायदो पास करचो.
Okay, now I want to shift this discussion little bit to less philosophical and more practical. Before that, I will give my gyan for 1 minute. Today, what happens? Today, we cannot live in the 20s, 1920s, 1800s. It is not possible. At that time, I don't know, despite what our historical people, a lot of people say that there were nuclear bombs and all at that time. I don't believe that. Absolutely. Neither were there aircraft in those times. I don't believe that. So today technology has gone up so much. Today professionalism has come in. Like even we do surveys during election, we do exit polls. All the parties do that. Ultimately that professionalism, IPAC, people, professional guys are come. So now we poach people. Like for example, Reliance poaches somebody from Adani. Adani poaches from Tatas. I mean, you choose the best. Ultimately, BJP has realized, AAP has realized partly, I think. Congress and the opposition has to realize that elections is an art and a science. It is not coming out in press conferences and giving press conferences and not even allowing anybody else to talk. It is not that. Elections are fought on the ground. They are fought in booths. They are fought in people's houses. Otherwise, it's not going to be possible. If I think the BJP would be the happiest party if the Congress fights its election from press conferences, because it doesn't matter. Ultimately, what happens on the day? Like, okay, everybody said, actually we did not agree, but most people said that no, Congress was leading. What happened? BJP got the largest number of seats ever. How? Maybe they won by 1 seat, 1 vote. Maybe they won by 2 votes. What does it matter? Today, ultimately, it is X number of votes. So this is something that needs to be solved. Okay. Suresh Babu, I know you're going to attack me on this, you do, but before that, I will start you off on Bharat Jodo. Now we've been discussing this. I want to talk on Bharat Jodo, whether it is going to be any use or whether it will help parties like yours or will it help Congress or whatever. Once you finish your point, then you can go to that. Yeah, Suresh Babu.
On Bharat Jodo.
No, yeah. You finish this and then.
You said one thing that technology, then scientific measures of handling, and more of a organized type of a setup in politics. आता हितून if you see, it is more like a corporatization of politics.
Totally.
होय आणि हितून सगळ्यात बरो एक्सपिरियन्स आणि एक्सपोजर आहा तो बीजेपीला आहा.
What we believe, we started from the grassroots. त्यांना टेक्नॉलॉजी नसली, जनसंघाच्या टायमार आणि बीजेपी टायमार टेक्नॉलॉजी नसली. आज जर आमचे लीडर डॉक्टर श्यामाप्रसाद मुखर्जी त्यांनाच्या जर आम्ही उलोवंक गेले न्हू, they had something in mind and they had that India should be a Vishwaguru. We are working towards that, no?
भारत जोडो उभारली.
की भारत जोडो जी यात्रा सुरू राहुल गांधीन केल्या ती पहिली कोणाक फायदो जातलो किंवा ना जातलो हाचेर विचार विनिमय आमी मागीर करया, पण नक्कीच आमच्या देशाक फायदो जातलो इतलें मात सांगपाचो. म्हाका जो डिव्हिजिव्ह फोर्स आसा न्ही ताका तकली वयर काडटा, ताका इनएक्टिव्ह करपाक लागून ही भारत जोडो यात्रा आसा. आनी दुसरी गजाल ह्या भारत जोडोच्या यात्रा आसा की खंयच्या एका पार्टी लिडराक इतले एक्टिव्ह पार्टी लिडर आसा रुलींग एज वेल एज ऑपोजिशन की काँग्रेस सोडून किंवा राहुल गांधीक सोडून कोणाक गट्स आसा इतले 20 ते 25 किलोमिटर डेली दिसाक चलपाक आनी सबंद 2,500 किलोमीटर चलपाक इतली कॅपॅसिटी कोणाक तरी आसा काय म्हणून म्हणटा.
Okay, Mohan Bab, hold this point. I will get back to you. We are let's going for a small commercial break. Keep watching. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now we were in the middle of a discussion. Sorry, I had to interrupt Mohan on his very spirited defense of the Congress and Rahul Gandhi. Mohan Bab, सांगा.
की जी भारत जोडो यात्रा आसा ती काँग्रेसीक मदत करतली काय ना ती हे फुडल्यान विचार करया, पण नक्कीच देशाचे ऐक्य सांबाळपाक ऐक्य डेव्हलप करपाक लागून ही यात्रा नक्कीच फायदेशीर ठरतली आणि डिव्हिजिव्ह फोर्स आसा न्ही ते नामशेष जातले ह्या यात्रेन. दुसरी ही यात्रा जी काडल्या राहुल गांधी ते इतले ऑपोजिशन लिडर आसा, नांवां घेना हांव, बरे व्हडले तांकां कोणाक गट्स तरी आसा की हेजी व्हडली यात्रा काडपाक. आज तो दिसाक 20 ते 25 किलोमिटर डेली चलता आणि अजून 3,500 सुमार लक्ष गाठपाचें आहा किलोमिटराचेर. ही सगळी यात्रा हे करता. थोडे आमचे गोंयचे जॉईन जाल्लेले आसा आणि दिसाक 4 ते 5 लाख लोक ताचे बरोबर चलतात. अशी एक यात्रा हिस्टॉरीक ठरतली. हाचे पयलीं यात्रा जर फायद्याचेच उलयता आसत जाल्यार हाचे पयलीं 2 यात्रा जाल्ले आसा. एक लाल कृष्ण अडवाणीची आणि दुसरी चंद्रशेखरची. लाल कृष्ण अडवाणी चलत वचूंक ना, रथार गेला एक जालें, पण मानता त्या लिडराक हांव काढली ती सोडली समजता. बीजेपी फायदो जालो बीजेपी रोलान आयली. चंद्रशेखर दिसता इतलो सेल्फ सेंटर्ड मनीस आशिल्लो. ती यात्रा पळय ताणें पदयात्रा केली तातूंत तोच मुख्य हे जालो प्रायम मिनिस्टर. म्हणजे हांव म्हणटा ताका सेल्फ सेंटर्ड म्हणटा. पण ही जी यात्रा राहुल गांधी कडल्यान ती देशा खातीर बऱ्याचीच ठरतली आणि अशी यात्रा फुडल्या ऑपोजिशन लिडरान करची अशी म्हजी इच्छा आसा.
Somesh Babu, I want to go back to the point is फायदो आता मोहन बाब म्हणता राहुल गांधी इज गोइंग टू बी प्रायम मिनिस्टर दॅट इज व्हॉट इज गोइंग टू से काँग्रेसाक फायदो जातलो मीन्स द स्टेट द कंट्री विल बी what do you say united together, but I don't think, see, lot of opposition is opposition. Suppose if like you are in ruling, opposition is going to curse you. If you are in ruling, opposition is going to curse you. My point is, I think at least India and Indians and most of the politicians are striving, like us, all of us, striving towards a very, very good India. An India which was number 5 on GDP before the British came to India. Today we are number 5. Today we are number 5 again. But one must remember that India, before the British came into India, was also number 5. Number 5 it was. In the world. So we are striving for it. All of us are doing that. Okay, politics is politics ultimately. But every politics, there has to be a governing, there has to be opposition. Now, right now, we are striving to get a strong opposition because the government has become too strong. So, is this going to help? Is this going to help, or is this advantage going to be taken by the other opposition claimants?
Bharat Jodo Yatra, no, माझा point of view on the health side.
Health side.
हा, इथले जर लोक चलोंक लागले हेल्दी उरतले.
आणि हेल्दी उरप म्हणजे देशात फायदा.
I don't know. Then all the doctors are now will be out of the job. महेश बाबा
हेल्दी, आता शेर्लेकर बाबांनी सांगले हेल्दी उरप हे काँग्रेस एक सध्या तरी फायद्याच्या, कित्याक त्यांच्याकडे तसे आता कार्यकर्ते उरवंक ना, त्यांच्यानी ती आता बेस तयार करूंक जाय. आणि जे राहुल गांधी विजन आसा ते साध्य जातले अशें हे यात्रेन दिसना, कित्याक आता एट द मोमेंट गुजराताक त्यांनी झोकून दिवपाक जाय आसले, कित्याक थंय परत बीजेपी सत्तेर येता अशें सिच्युएशन ना, कित्याक वोट स्प्लीट जातले. आम आदमी थंय नेटान काम करता, ते सगळे कॅन्डिडेट फिल्डार घालतले, काँग्रेस आसतले आनी बाकी ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज आसतले. हे स्प्लीट ऑफ वोटींग न्ही जे गोंयांत जाला न्ही तेच गुजराताक जातले. आनी हे यात्रेचो कितें फायदो जाता ना, ही यात्रा कितें आसा पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड आसा, कित्याक राहुल गांधी खंय तरी काँग्रेस जी आता खाला वता, रसतळाक वयता ती वयर हाडपाची आसा. एक हिस्टॉरिकल पार्टी इतकी डिमिनिश जाता हाजेर तेणी विचार करपाचो जाय. अशी सर्वसामान्य अशी म्हणजे सारकी अशी डेडिकेटेड यात्रा करतलो न्ही जाल्यार तेणी मेन लिडर जे आता पार्टी पासून पळटा आनी दुसरे पार्टी तयार करता. काश्मीराक जाला, काश्मीराक बरे लिडर गेला, तशेंच बाकी कडेन जाला. हे तेणी चिंतपाक जाय आनी ते यात्रा सोडून ह्याचेर लक्ष मेन दिवपाक जाय. तूं पार्टी स्ट्रॉंग कशी करतलो, सगळ्या कार्यकर्ते जे घडी विस्कटल्या ती एक कशी करतलो, सगळ्यांक लागीं कशें हाडटलो, ते सध्या काँग्रेसी कडेन जायना. ताका लागून हे यात्रेचो कितें जास्त फायदो जातलो. It will benefit opposition ultimately.
Other opposition. Sudesh Babu, I want to bring, you think now let's get back to Gujarat, Himachal, MCD and the Bharat Jodo Yatra, because it is at the same time, it's ultimately political. See, whatever whoever might say, ultimately it's got a political motivation. No? Simply based on the time pass across not based on Sudesh Babu.
भारत जोडो यात्रा काल खंय तरी न्यूजार पळयतालो हांव की
विजय गेलो म्हणून
विजय भारत जोडो यात्रा it will take 2-3 days or maximum a week's time to enter राजस्थान. थंयसरूय कितें टसल चल्ला आनी राजस्थानचो गव्हर्मेंटूय पडपाचो हा अशें कितें चिन्ह दिसता. कित्याक भारत जोडो यात्रा राहुल गांधी इज नोन टू बी फिट, कित्याक तो डिप्सूय मारता तो खंय तरी पळयला आमी. सो त्या हिसपान इलेक्शन एंड फिटनेस इज अ सेपरेट बॉल गेम ऑल टुगेदर. कित्याक जरी तर फिटनेसाचें आसलें जाल्यार राहुल गांधी फर्स्ट येवपाचो, बट आज तर जर भारत फूल इंडिया जर चलता तेच्या मनान खंय तरी प्रायम मिनिस्टर जावपाचें सपन आहा तें म्हाका खंयच दिसना तें पूर्ण जातलें काय. कित्याक 24 हें परतून भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार जातलें आनी फुडलीं 5 वर्सां ताका आनी एक भारत जोडो यात्रा करची पडटली तेजें स्वप्न साकार करपाक. जशें तूं उलयलें गुजरात, इफ अ प्रायम मिनिस्टर इज कमिंग फ्रॉम दॅट स्टेट, you don't even think that any state or any party can take over Gujarat, because BJP is doing wonderful job. कित्याक गुजरात मॉडेल दाखोवनूच नरेंद्रजी मोदी प्रायम मिनिस्टर जालो आनी आयज जर तर आमच्या स्टेटीन गुजरातासून जर एक प्रायम मिनिस्टर रिप्रेझेंट करता, इट इज अ प्रायड for that state. Himachal, we are there to change the history. कित्याक हिमाचलान it is always alternate. हे फावटी Himachal we are getting majority of the seats. We are crossing 55 seats in Himachal. MCD आम्ही हा BJP उडतली.
I don't know about MCD, but the other two things I would probably agree with you.
As far as Yatra is concerned, it's a good initiative. Every political party or a leader whom the party looks up to has to undertake programs, has to undertake some policies. आता फाटल्या 10-15 वर्षांत जर पळयलें काँग्रेसीची एक अशी कशी यात्रा किंवा ह्या लेवलचो प्रोग्राम जावना तेंच्यांनी. So first of all, it's a welcome step for benefit of a Congress party and his personal ambition. It is going to help him. Now whether to what extent, see, his personal graph will go up. He will make headlines. People will start talking about it. 2 months back, how many times were you able to discuss Rahul Gandhi? Today you are discussing him. That means it has worked. Simple answer. So it is working, but whether it will translate into votes or not, see, only Yatra is not going to. Yatra will bring you to limelight. Thereafter, how do you conduct your party? Whether you are conducting it professionally, whether you are selecting right candidate, तुमची philosophy सारखी आसा काय ना, तुम्ही लोकांकडे पावतात काय ना, तुमचे अजेंडा कितें आसतलो, कार्यकर्ते काम कितले करतले, आणि तुमचो परफॉर्मन्स लोकसभेन आणि ज्या राज्यसभेन तुम्ही आसा, जंय तुमचे सरकार आसा थंय परफॉर्मन्स कशें आसतले आणि लोकांक तुम्ही कितपत पटोवन दितले, हाचेर तुमचे वोट्स आणि डिसिजन.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, but Swapnesh, I want to bring you back to the first question that I asked you. Will this yatra help? See, it's going to, as he said, he's right. The opposition is in the limelight, whatever it may be. It's being discussed as serious. Okay, he's big. But will it help the Congress or will it help the opposition? Will this yatra effect help the others?
स्ट्रेट अवे येस किंवा नो ना काँग्रेसीक बेनिफिट जातलो काय ना, हे स्ट्रेट अवे आन्सर हय जातलो किंवा ना जावचो ना अशें ना. द आन्सर इज इन द मिडल. कितलो पर्संट जातलो खंयच्या एरियांनी जातलो, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन दॅट. पूण बाय एंड लार्ज जशें दोतोरान सांगलें, इनिशिएटिव्ह बरो आसा, एप्रिशिएबल आसा, आनी इनिशियल डेजाक मिडिया कवरेज सुद्दां मेळोंक नासलेलें, आतां मेळटा. सो दॅट इट सेल्फ प्रूव्स, आनी आयज आमी हांगासर बसून डिस्कस करता,
Which is
दॅट इज अ कॉन्सिक्वन्स ऑफ दॅट इव्हेंट न्हू.
correct.
सो येस, आवाज करपाक.
But काँग्रेसीक फायदा जातलो नाल्यार आतां ऑपोजिशनाक फायदा जातलो.
Actually,
there is this granted. See, BJP has got 33. That means बाकीचे 60-67% is
Yes,
not BJP.
नॉन बीजेपी आसात. आनी लोकसभा इलेक्शनाक आय फील काँग्रेस हॅज टू सीट अँड स्पीक विथ अदर ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज ऑल्सो. नाल्यार गोंयांत जालो तशें देशांत जातलें.
दोतोरान म्हटलं तशें न्ही, तांकां सिलेबस चेंज करचो पडटलो. पयलीं सारकेच मेथड आसा न्ही ती चेंज करची पडटली. आतां यात्रा सुद्दां म्हणटा न्ही ती सुद्दां तशी स्ट्रॅटेजिकली तेंच्यांनी प्लॅन केल्ली. बाकीचे जे स्ट्रॉंग ऑपोजिशन आसा, एग्जाम्पल तृणमूल, आम आदमी, हांकां लागीं घेवन केल्लेली न्ही, आनी जस्ट रुलींग जे आसा तेंचे एडवर्स कितें ड्रॉबॅक्स आसा ते लोकां समोर मांडलेले न्ही जाल्यार ती आनी इफेक्टीव जावपाचे ते जावंक नात. तेंची मेथड आसा न्ही जी हें करता पळय, आमी कितें गेमींग वचच्या पयलीं नेट प्रॅक्टीस करता तेजी स्ट्रॅटेजी ठरोवपाक जाय आनी अकॉर्डिंगली वर्कआउट करून ग्राउंडार देवपाक जाय. ते काँग्रेसी कडेन सद्या जायना. तेजेर तेंच्यांनी एक तेंचे थिंक टँक आसतले, बींग अ बिग पार्टी, त्या थिंक टँका मार्फत खंय तरी विचार करून चिंतन करचें पडटलें.
Anyway, we'll discuss this in the next episode, and I don't know. We'll see by then. By the time we have a next political discussion, I think it will be next year. It will be Gujarat results will be out. MCD elections will be out. I still say, Sudesh, Gujarat Lok Sabha, MCD up. We shall discuss this in the.
You have one more debate after 8th of December.
8th of December next year.
After results.
After results. Okay.
We'll see. There also, because last time you were saying
Siddesh Bhagat.
Siddesh Bhagat, Saligam is BJP and third, something else you said.
No, Atan. It was.
There also I proved you wrong. All three were getting.
Okay, fair enough. Swapnesh Bab, Sudesh Bab, Mohan Bab, Mahesh Bab, Siddharth Bab. Thanks very much. Interesting discussion today. We some sort of a conclusion. I think for past week we didn't have anything. Thanks, and this was very interesting. It's interesting because it gives a view of how things are working from behind this. And also, let's see what happens. Elections are coming up. We're going to have Gujarat. We're going to have MCD. Then we're going to have Lok Sabha. Then we're going to have Maharashtra, Karnataka. Lots of elections, and then we'll have Goa again. So it's going to be a continuous process. Thanks, and keep watching Goa 360.